What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today the 1.49 dev server just went live, and I've got half an hour to get through some of the changes, because that's when it ends. The dev server is only up for a couple of hours. Unfortunately, the current version of the dev server only has some of the upcoming changes. And by changes, I'm specifically referring to planes and tanks. Right now, they only have US and Russian aircraft and tanks in right now. They are going to add British and German vehicles very soon. I would imagine in the next dev server, but in the current dev server, we have limited options. So let's get right into the American aircraft and the one everyone wants to see, and that is the Skyraider. Let's take a look at this bad boy. It's got a battle rating of 6.7 in realistic battles. This thing is a monster. It has two wing-mounted 20mm cannons with 400 rounds. The RP required research is at 220,000, which is pretty steep for a Tier 4 fighter, if you ask me. As far as modifications, this is where the Skyraider really shines. You can mount all kinds of rockets. You got your Tiny Tims, you got your Havar, you even got bombs. 2,000 pounds worth of bombs you can put on this bad boy. You can put on a couple of extra 500 pounders just for a little more damage and destruction. As far as 20 mils go, you got the pretty typical loadout here for ammunition options. And much to my surprise, you don't actually have to unlock any of the bombs or rockets. They apparently come stock right with the aircraft, which is pretty surprising, because normally you have to research a whole bunch of modifications. Next up, we have the P-51D-10, a premium plane. If you notice, it's part of a bundle, so you'll have to buy that on the War Thunder website, as opposed to in-game with Golden Eagles. Now, I compared the stat cards with the D20, and the obvious difference is the armament presets, meaning bombs and rockets. Let's take a look at this. You can see all the bombs and rocket modifications that you have to research. Well, technically they come with a plane because it's a premium, but now you can look at all the Havars and Tiny Tims and bombs that you can put on this bad boy. It's going to give more people just one more reason to use a P-51 as a ground attacker, and I'm not so sure I like that, to be honest with you. But here's a look at the thing. You got the daddy's girl written on the nose. Very nice. Next up, we got the premium P-47M. Now this looks awesome. I'm loving the skin for this thing. That is awesome. However, you'll notice the battle rating, 5.7 for P-47. That seems awfully high to me. So much so that I'm wondering if we're going to see this down tiered at some point, because 5.7 for P-47 that's pretty steep. You do have some nice armament options if you want to use this as a ground attacker. Lots of Havars, rockets, bombs, you name it. Typical loadout for ammo. And much like the P-51, the P-47 will be a part of a bundle that you'll buy on the War Thunder website. Next up, we have a regular P-51. It only takes 18,000 RP to research it, but unlike the other P-51s in the game, at least for the American Type 3, this one actually comes with cannons. It's got 4 20mm Hispano Mark II cannons. Finally, the Americans get a Mustang with some cannons, and add a 3.7 BR, which is much like the British version. Let's take a look at the modifications quick. No bombs or rockets, which is probably a good thing, because this thing is a very heavy aircraft. Pretty typical loadout for ammo. You do get the air targets, because they are Hispano Mark IIs. 3.7 with 18,000 vehicle research points. I think a lot of people will be flying this pretty soon. Now let's take a look at Russian aircraft. We do have a new model. I should mention this. We do have new models for the Yak-9T and the Yak-9K. You see, we have here's the 9K. Looks very nice. But the old one looked pretty good to me. Yak-9T. And I noticed some interesting glitches here with the camo. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like the camo's all screwed up here. It looks just fine except for the camo. Everything looks fine. Camo got wheels on top. I don't know what's going on here with the camo. But strangely enough, the winter one looks fine. So I'm not sure what's going on with the camo. Let's take a look at more Russian aircraft. Now, you will notice we have a bundle here for the LA-7. We're going to get a premium LA-7 by the looks of it. Since it's a bundle, you have to buy that on the War Thunder website. For all intents and purposes, it's the same as the other LA-7, I would imagine. Yeah, it's 3 armament presets, so you don't get any more bombs or rockets. But bombs and rockets, there are all kinds of stuff for the IL-2s, right? So more specifically, the IL-2Ms, the IL-2-37, the IL-2M 1943. Let's take a quick look at the first one, the 37. Take a look at the preview here. Very nice looking aircraft. I'm a big fan of the look of the IL-2s. Lots of armor. After all, it was a heavy aircraft. Got the poor guy in the back with a nearly useless machine gun. If you ask me, I've never been able to shoot down anything with that damn thing. As far as bombs and rockets go, you get nothing in this one actually. In the 37, this is just cannons and machine guns. Although in this one the cannons are actually 37mm. But the 43, oops, let me click on the right one. Take a look at this. Very nice looking. Now we go to the modifications, and here we get some bombs and rockets. Not a large payload, but IL-2s weren't known for their massive payloads. Hopefully they'll fix the 23mm cannons in 1.49 so that they are able to actually kill tanks. You used to be able to kill tanks with these things in realistic battles, but not recently. In 1.47 they're broken. Next up, we have the Yak-9 Emma. It's a bundled aircraft, premium fighter with a battle rating of 3.0. And unfortunately, it's not all that spectacular looking. You know, it looks like just another Yak. You can take the Yak-9T or K or just the regular Yak-9 and put a talisman on it. It's probably going to be cheaper. We'll take a look at the modifications, and you'll see there's nothing really special as far as the loadouts go. No bombs or rockets. Pretty typical ammo options for the Yaks. Just one 20mm cannon and one 12.7. Nothing really spectacular about this. I'm curious about the bundle though. I wonder if you're able to get, you know, another aircraft or another tank with this, and what that may actually be. It could end up being something good, but for my money, I would probably, you know, until we know more about what the bundle will include, I would probably put a talisman on one of the other aircraft rather than buy this. But that's just me. That unfortunately is going to wrap it up, guys. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. Hopefully, in the next Dev server, they're going to have more planes for Germany, Britain, and Japan. And hopefully they'll also have all of the tanks in as well. I just ran out of time. I would have covered the tanks in this video, but unfortunately I just ran out of time. I apologize. If you did like this video, please click that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And of course, let me know what plane or tank you're most looking forward to. What do you guys think of all these new premium planes that are being introduced? I'm really interested in seeing how many people are going to get this new P-47 and P-51. Anyway, guys, I thank you all very much for watching. Take care, guys.